All right, and our third and final question of the day is going to be x to the fifth plus 3x to the fourth minus 8x to the third minus 16x to the second plus 39x plus 45. Now this one's a bit of a doozy, however, we do have some help. We know that we're given that x is equal to -1 and x is equal to -3, multiplicity of 2, are zeros. So this is essentially giving us our zeros. So we can put that into an equation like that, x plus 1, x plus 3, and x plus 3. And using these, we can actually divide this original equation by these zeros to give us the factored, or the other factor, or one of the factors rather. So we know that these we know that in the equation, these are going to multiply together along with something else to give us that equation. So if we divide this original equation by these, it'll give us that something else. So we're going to use synthetic division since it's quicker in this scenario. So of course, with synthetic division, we're going to pull out 1, because we're ignoring the variables, 1, 3, -8, -16, 39, and 45. We're going to take the whole number here, which in this case is going to be 1, because we're using the opposite of that value, so -1. So -1 times 1, -1, oh, excuse me, this immediately gets dropped down, so -1 times 1, -1, add these together, you get 2, multiply -1 and 2, -2, -8 plus -2, -10, -1, -10, 10, 16 minus -16 minus 10, -6, -1 and -6, +6, 45, 45 times -1, -45, these all add up to 0. Perfect, great start. So, mind you, it said x is equal to -3 multiplicity of 2, which means -3 occurs twice as a 0. So, we're going to divide by -3 twice, and that should hopefully give us a nice even number with no remainder. So, we're just going to do this whole process again. 1 immediately gets dropped down, -3 and 1, -3, -1 times -3 is 3, -7 times -3, 21, get 15, 15 and -3, -45, 0. One final time, the 1 immediately gets dropped down, -3, -3, -4, 4 and -3, 12, 5, 15, 15, 0. Nice. So from this, we can derive x to the second minus 4x plus 5. So, bringing our original zeros in, we're going to get x plus 1, parentheses, mind you, x plus 1, x plus 3, x plus 3, x to the second minus 4x plus 5, and this can't be factored anymore, so that's all we have. So, that will give us our zeros, those being -1, -3, -3, because it bounces off -3 and comes back up later, and it'll give us the, we can use the original equation, x to the fifth, to derive our end behavior. So because it's x to the fifth, it's odd, we know it's going to, and it doesn't have a 0 in front of it, it's going to come up, do some wiggly, squiggly things, and go up again. So, as x approaches -infinity, y will be approaching -infinity, and as x approaches infinity, y will also be approaching infinity. And, like before, we can use our whole number on the end of the equation to get our y-intercept, which in this case is going to be 45, 0, all the way up there, 45. So, we know our domain is going to be all real numbers, and we know our range is also going to be all real numbers, because again, because it's x to the fifth, it has to come up from infinity, do some wiggly things, and then go back up. Just like x to the third, just like x to the seventh, it's all the same. So, that's our x-intercepts, there's our y-intercepts, our domain, and our range. Just like that, nice and easy.